All right, folks. Good evening, everybody. Got a great turnout. That's awesome. Can you see the two LED desk lamps? Raise your hands. All right, most people have. Give you an idea. This is what's looking. My mouse is doing that. I don't appreciate that. Let me hit the present here. It's going to pop us out one second. Move it over. And you can see right here. That's what we're going to make the next time you guys are in the labs. It'll take us more than a couple days, but that's what we're going to be making. And you can change the colors, you can blink it slow or whatever, but it's a nice finished product off of that. Okay? So I just thought you'd like seeing the new version of this. Now, let me hit Inkscape. Let's get to HTML. All right, let's also, we're going to go to middle school here. A couple things I want you to see. If you go in there, one, we're going to be downloading Inkscape tonight, so we have it. And here's a link. If you go to middle school, get on the playlist for the YouTube videos. Here it is right now. If you go to Edmodo, go on playlist, click and join that playlist. If you've joined the playlist, raise your hand. And we're going to wait for everybody to get on this playlist. That way you'll always know when we post our videos. So raise your hand if you're already on the playlist. And if not, let's take the few moments now and let's get on Edmodo to do it. And if you don't have it, all right? If you don't have it, let's go down. All right. Sorry, So let's see how many people. So go ahead. Kwong Lee, Reese Griffin, Aiden McQueen. Go on Edmodo. We've given you, if you don't have the information you need on that, let me know. Let me see if there's any questions. Hi, Natalia. Or Natalie. All right. Hi, everyone. Got a question there? All right, we've got most everybody's raised their hands here, but let's make sure right now that you get on. Go to Edmodo. You can go on our playlist, and that way you're notified every time. If you miss a video, you can always go back there as well. All right. Okay. Now, next thing. Put your hands down. Do you have Inkscape on your computers? If you have Inkscape, raise your hand. All right. If you do not, I'm going to put everybody's hands down and give you a few minutes. Go to the link I have there and download Inkscape. All right. There's another program you're going to need if you're a Mac user. We'll get into it when we do the installation tonight. But go ahead and download Inkscape right now. And as always, we record our webinars. Hannah, do you have a question? All right. Cadman has a blog now. Do you want me to share your blog with everybody, Cadman? I'll do it. All right, so I'm going to share this with everybody here. Check out Cadman's blog. There it is. Cadman, I assume it's all appropriate stuff, correct? Which version of Inkscape? whatever your computer has. Get the latest version. Mac or PC, it doesn't matter. Go ahead. That's what you say. All right. Send all. Okay, we're getting everything downloading, getting set up. We're going to go to Google Drive, then we're going to start reviewing how to use a laser cutter this week in Inkscape with the laser cutter. And then that way we can be all set to go. Remember, next important thing, let me post this. I'm going to put it on the screen here. All right. We have lab. I'll put this note in here. Reminder, our Thursday lab has been moved, just this one time has been moved to Tuesday. That would be 25th to Sunday, Tuesday, September 27th. Or wait, Tuesday, September 26th. Tuesday, September 26th. 5 p.m. Religious holiday this Thursday. Everything. So we're just going to go ahead and march. All right. So, folks, remember, Tuesday lab. If you're normally a Thursday lab person this week, it's actually Tuesday of next week due to a religious holiday, school being closed, and our oldest daughter's getting married. All right, Natalia, you have to get a computer sometime because we're going to need that for doing this stuff if we can. Okay? I understand that things go on the blink. By now, everybody should have their Raspberry Pi, correct? You don't have to have it on tonight. Raise your hand if you've got your Raspberry Pi. So we're doing a lot of different things, just making sure. So everybody who came to the lab should have gotten a Raspberry Pi. If for some reason you didn't come to the lab last week, we'll need to get you one, but we got to get that. So, when's the next webinar? The next webinar is Wednesday. Today's a webinar. Wednesday's a webinar. This Thursday, if you were going to our Thursday labs, you'd have the lab next Tuesday. Your next one is not until like in October. Nice, Liam. Liam said he made a weather station in Python. Very nice. Okay, so everybody's getting a Raspberry Pis. Liam, when you made the weather station in Python, you used your Raspberry Pi or did you do it on a regular PC? Nice. He used the Raspberry Pi and a Sense hat. Very good, Liam. You're crushing it. Get you and you can start teaching these for us. All right. Well done. Can you post on Edmodo a picture of it working? A little YouTube or a little picture of it working? That would be awesome. We could get it to me. I'll put it on Edmodo. Or we can put it up on our website. I'll put it on a YouTube video on our website. Well done. Okay. Leanne's sharing something with me. Let me make sure what this is. All right. Sometimes those beats come in there. They're text messages. I can't figure out the... All right, let me go with the next thing here. We're all set. By now, hopefully everybody's got their Inkscape. We've got that. Got a lot of cool things. Liam is going to upload. I put my data on initial state. Okay. Look forward to seeing that. All right, now, and this is what download on this is. You know, if you download it, you have different versions of it, but here it is. All right, let's go back over here to HTML Google site. By now, you should have a Gmail account to do this with. And if not, go get one real quick, but you need a Gmail account to do this. All right, and then we're going to make, so here's the blank template. We are going to do the new system. We are not doing the new one, we're doing the traditional, the classic. So right here, if you go into Gmail, I'm going to pull one up. I'm going to create another one just to do this. Be careful how you name it, because once you get the name, it's hard to get changed off. All right. Wait a minute, we got some other people putting comments down here. Okay, great, there it is. Sorry about that. So I'm going to take Gmail, or I'm logged into my Gmail account. I'm going to go here, these little dots, and find the one that says Google Sites. And we'll keep you more from, so you go in there even more, you roll through here. Make sure you're in your Gmail. And you're going to look for Google Sites or sites. Here it is. And you can down here go to back. I like going back to classic sites. Make sure you're in that. You can use the modern world one. It just doesn't, honestly, it doesn't allow you to do HTML on it. So if you want to do the modern version later, go for it. But I'm just telling you that's why I'm doing the classic site for right now. So create in classic sites, and you can play later. Make this a test site, do it once in classic, and then do once in new. Which one works best for you? So this is test 2 for me in classic sites. All right, down here you'll see it's right there, and I tell it I'm not a robot. Raise your hand once you get to this part right here. I'm using a blank. There's all kinds of galleries, by the way, for this stuff. Project Wiki, Travel, Soccer Team, Wine Club, Church Site, Online Store, e-Portfolio Template. No, use that. You can use this one. So I might use that one if I want to. Okay. All right, Aiden, just go back here again. Go up to this dot up here. Go in to sites. If you can't find it, hit more. Watch what I'm looking at, Aiden. More. And then roll down here until you find. Get down the bottom, it'll be right there. Right here. Did you find it now, Aiden? Great. And we're going to go to blank. I'm going to stay in blank time palette. So I'm going to play with the e-portfolio sometime. So raise your hand once you're at this screen here, so I know where you are, guys. Only got a couple of you, which makes me nervous. So please raise your hand again once you're here. Only have 4 people, so we got a lot of people trying to find that site. 4 out of 10. We need some more. All right. Yeah, it is Google. And once you've got the site, raise your hand since we do have it. Reese Griffin, raise your hand. I see you on here. I've never see your hand raised. So I just want to see that your hand indeed raised or what's going on. Kuyong Lee, please raise your hand if you've got Google site on there. Everybody else leave their hands up. Don't take them down. Aiden, if you've got yours, put your hand up there. So you get to a screen that looks like this. You want to get the classic. You don't want the modern version. You want the classic. All right. Great. Jack Carter, we want the classic here. So let's get that. All right. Now, you click on I'm not a robot. And then we click on create. And you get something like this. I'm putting everybody's hands down. This is what we've got the site looks like. So, all right, wait a minute. There we go. So you can get something like this. Now let's go through the buttons. You have edit the page, create a page, and more options right here. It's under these more options we can start managing our site. You'll see it right there. So in this case, an earlier one, it says Dubik YOT. All right, under general, and then there has sharing and permission sites. Sharing per permission, link to share, Dubik YOT. As the owner, off to specific, share off, shared with specific, not everyone can see it on the public, and that's what we want you to do on this. Okay, and then we're going to play around the other things. So let's go through that again. Up at the top of the corner, right here, talking about this area right there. There's edit page, create a page, more options. And there's manage the site right there. And then there is. Okay. Then when you see over here, go to general, and then we're going to get down to sharing and permissions down this way. That's what we really want. Your email is going to show up. And then we want to turn off to specific people. So we want to change this. Right now it's public. Anyone on the internet can find you and view. You can change that. We want to turn it to off. And then get back to here. Raise your hand when you've done that. And I'll make sure I do it on mine right here just to do the same thing for the sake of. So I'm going to go up here, more options, manage site. Go back down here, sharing and permission. It says change. Anybody can find it on the web. I turn it to off and I save it. Again, private, only you can access. You know you got it right when you see that. Raise your hand once you've done that to all yours. Which template? You use the basic one, Aiden. You don't use the you use the simplest one they have. Okay, buddy? Just use the blank one they've got. Okay, raise your hand, folks. We can only go as fast Once I get to 3/4 of it, I go on. But right now, I only have 4 of us getting to this point. Let me show you one more time. Go in. Manage site. Select sharing and permission. Go to change. Select off. Share with specific people. And you've got it. Right? Whatever you need to do, Cayman. I don't understand why we'll let it open it, Aiden. Did you fill out the robot thing in the bottom? Go make sure there's a robot thing up top. Make sure you're done there. This is what we should get to. Have you gotten it to work, Aiden? When I created it, down there says something about being a robot. All right, I'm going to move on to the next. Rewatch the video too. If people struggle a little bit, you can rewatch it. You can see exactly what I did. Aiden, did you get it? Were you able to get it to have it? Then give it a new name. You might have named it in the before. Give it another name. Just add ZZ to it and get it to work. Now, everyone else, so you can go around the site. There's a site map. That just shows you, collapses all the map. Just go back to home. All right. We can edit this one. Edit a page. We can create a new page. So I can go through there and do an About Me page. And name your page and be About Me. All right. I'm going to put this page under Home. And then create it. So go to About Your Name page. Good, Cameron. You haven't missed anything. Hit Create. Cameron, Aiden, once you get to this, once you get on there, go to the About Me and do what we're doing right here. So that way we can always set your privacy settings later. All right. I don't know what to tell you, Aiden, at this point. Where you've named it, give it a different name. You don't have to open a template. All right. I'm going to go ahead and go on. You can watch what I'm doing. You can record that. We'll try to get you set up a little bit later. But if I make a template, go ahead and watch the video on how I did it. My guess is rename it and make sure there's no other accounts logged on. When you're using this computer, there's not another Google account signed on. That may have something to do with it. All right. So we're going to try to get everybody else. All right, so play around, header navigation kind of stuff. Then, you can do things. I'm adding a header image and moving a header to the center of the screen. You can put a custom logo so it looks like that. To everybody's, to each. A website is a collection of web pages, everybody. We'll go back to this all in a minute. Add an About Me page is what I just did. We'll go up here real quick. There's About Me. I'll go to the home page. I'm going to edit it. I'm going to edit the page. All right. I'm going to layout of this page. You can make it a 2-column page if I wanted to, with something here and something there. I'm just playing with things. Insert an image. I'm going to upload an image. I'll tell you this. Infinity mirror. It's going to be a silly page, but text. Infinity mirror. But you can play with that and make it what you want on your home page. If you've made something really cool, put it up there. Now, Adian, the video will be posted on a link on YouTube. Just get, as we said earlier, click on the link that gets you on the mailing list. Every time I post a video, it will be right there for you, buddy. Okay? You should stay around. You definitely should stay around and watch. All right? We're not gonna hopefully do the whole thing on this video, so please watch this. All right, so on my home now page, this is what it would look like. Not the kind of strange home page. You're planning never to use this, is why I know it. But again, I use the pencil to edit my page. And, you know, you can format it. You can change the heading size. We all know about that. This is why, by the way, we showed you HTML code. See, it's heading 2, 3, 4, just like in HTML. You can line center here. Now let's hit save. All right, well, that's probably not the best place because I'm aligning center on that. Let's do it over here. Okay, format. Let's see if that didn't do it. I'm still getting this link right here. All right, now there's HTML code for this whole site right here, by the way. So if you want, for those people that are interested, you can do this right on your site. See the HTML page? So you can make that exactly what you want. But let's just go now. The next thing I want to do this, is it's a collection of pages. So we're going to add a page about me. So they could be up here. About me, I'm a high schooler down in Alabama. That was my daughter, Denise. So I'm going to go back to mine. I'm going to go to About Me. And here it is again. I'm going to edit it right there. I'm going to say, About me, I am a teacher. Actually, I am a husband, teacher, father, and teacher. All right. Okay. So there it is. So there I am. About me. Yeah. Sick table. I agree with you, Cademan. That's what the high school guys are doing. But you saw what you guys are going to be making. You're making some sweet stuff too. All right. Liam, also, bud, don't forget, share me your stuff that you made as well. All right, so let me go back over here. Okay, and again, you can upload an image. You can go back and do all these different. You saved it there if you want. You can add an image. You can go insert image, upload an image, and there's her cat Peanut. Wow, I'm shocked. She has her cat on there now, too, after putting her dog up there. Okay. Yeah, I like that. Put the lamp on the table. All right, then. But now that's set at the site layout, so we can put things around it. And what we're going to do is we're going to take that page, and we can move it around almost. So there's one column right there, right? And then we can put About Me over right here. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of success. Great. I love this. I think, I question, I design, I create, I struggle. And that's all part of it. You will struggle in doing stuff like this. Okay, one tab there. All right, now at the home page, click the home page, and then the edit button. Usually I'm try some different styles once you get to that point. And then we can sit there and we can insert, excuse me. Let's go back to this. So you add a page about me there. You can also do this. Let me show you on my site. I thought you was going to do it. Let's go. All right, so I'm a father, blah, blah, blah. I've created this page. Say I've edited this page. And let me see here. All right. You can do things like on this 3-column sidebars, left sidebar. Okay. Let me go up to home bar. Save this. I've saved it. We leave. Okay, home. All right. Now, what I can do in this is just, again, this is kind of play out with whatever. I'm going to put left sidebar here. All right. There we are. And I can start playing where I put this stuff by going over here. One last thing you can go over to. So you can create pages here. You can edit your existing page. If you want to edit the site layout, right over here, see where there's sidebar? We can go in here, hit plus, add links to individual pages to get site real quickly, text, recent, my recent countdown, site owners, page owners. So if I add a navigation link here, so I did that, and you can then put sidebars all along there. If you wanted, you could add recent activity. Will be another place. There it is. See how they automatically pop up there? And then I can edit these sidebar items. All right, automatically organize my navigation. You can decide if you want those things on there. You can get different things. It says navigation. Hey, it could be getting around. Getting around. I mean, see, there it is. So all we're trying to say is you can play a lot with this site. Just as a design rule, keep it kind of simple. Put your most impressive projects on, put a couple good projects on there and just take your time, make sure it's easy to see. I think the best move, let me say close this. The best move is to make sure someone else comes on your site and they can actually see it and then get around to what you need. Actually, there's a site activity on that. Let's go back to there. All right. I'm not sure you need to have recent site activity. I just pulled that up on it. Any questions right now? So let's just go through one last time. Feel like kind of went a little fast in it. Do this to edit the page you're on. And it's formatting like we've done. Here's HTML. Hit save. If you want to create a whole new page, go there. And then you can do this to manage site and edit site layout. And edit site layout, you can, click on things like this. You have horizontal navigation. Now it's up on here. I can go home. I can add a page. I'm going to click on add a page. Select about me. Say OK. And you see this little thing? I can go up like that. I can drop it. I can do it over to the side. I say OK. We can do. Let's see what tabs looks like. There it is. There it is. There's my About Me. I'm going to go back here and edit this one more time. All right. And you can do it like this. And there it is if you want it on top. If you want it below, but there it is right above me that way as well. So, all kinds of ways you can do this. And in fact, watch, I can change this one. If I edit it and I make it below, see these arrows? If I bring it down, or notch it over, watch. Okay, okay. It just said, you know, now it's gone and it'll be here. And if I put on home, it automatically comes up that way. So that's all preference. That's all. There's no right or wrong on that. It is something you make this site the way you would like it. Okay. All right. Any questions about that at all? Specifically what we've been doing on the web page? All right, real quick poll here. How's my pacing in this first half of this? All right, we got 100% voted. 60% said pacing is good. 30% said, hey, that pacing's too fast. 10% said too slow. Okay. It's a little bit of a balance there. I'll slow down maybe a touch. I can't slow down, but we'll try to keep it there. I'm going to hide those results. All right, now let's go over Inkscape. All right, so now we're going to go over to Inkscape. All right, I'm going to keep my questions up. We'll keep rolling here. Okay. Inkscape looks like this. It's supposed to be like a thing of ink on almost a mountain, like landscape. I don't, whatever. You've got this cool, this is what you all are doing at the video version of this. Showed you a second ago. You can engrave it on top. You can do some features on it. High schoolers are going to go with that. So why are we talking about Inkscape for that? Because we're going to be using, besides using some woodworking equipment, we're going to be using a laser cutter for this. And the way to use that laser cutter is with Inkscape. All right, and some of the woodworking company, okay? It's free, it's open source alternative expense such as Adobe Illustrator or Corel Draw. All right, just a quick reminder for everybody. So this way you know when you come in, and you've heard this before when we mention it. Vector graphics or graphics have paths, all right? Which lead through locations which are known as points or nodes. If it's a JPEG, GIF, other ones are made up of grid of pixel. This is known as raster formatting. When we think of engraving, this is what we're talking about. Okay? We're thinking of engraving, this is what we're thinking about doing. Mr. Kitty Cat here is made up of lines and points. And they're all called primitives when you make them, and you combine them all to get the kitty cat. All right? We use vector graphics when you do fonts. If you ever notice your fonts, we can scale them up or scale them down, and they always come out. They don't change. So let's talk about that when we do this. When we use vector and we have this ice cream, we scale it up. You can read it. Bitmap looks bad. Reverse, go real small. This will look good. Go real small. This will look bad there as well. And if you've done Scratch in the past with this, you've experienced this. Here's one that's using vector. This is one using bitmap. You may say to yourself, why don't we just use bitmap all the time? Why don't we use vector all the time? Because vector does not do, say, photographs, pictures very well. There's a font. And so also too, they don't take up much space. Now, here's the deal. Inkscape on Windows is very easy. You just download it and install it. All right? Whereas Apple is too, Mac isn't bad, but you got to install Xcores first. So there it is. You got different ones for downloading it. If you have a Mac, download and install this bad boy first. Xcores, get the newest version. You'll click on install it, and then you have to log in to do that. So if you don't, and then points to its directory. The first time you go load Inkscape, and we'll do this after class, don't do it now. The first time you do it, it will take several minutes to load, so be patient. Go ahead, let it load, go away, watch some TV, do some homework, come back 15 minutes later, all right? Don't think it's going to happen. It takes a while. It's going through and looking at all the fonts that you have on your computer. Thank you, sir. All right, Liam's jumping on. His source code for his project is, we're going to show this at the end here, so we'll get this for you, Liam. He's uploading the source code and sharing it with it on GitHub, which is awesome for his weather station. But since Xcode is what's running on Inkscape and Mac, the most many will be Xcode. So when you run it on Inkscape and you're a Mac user, don't be surprised. It's right there. Under Preferences, on the Mac, make sure you set these preferences up. I will save you the PDF for all this. And there's panning up and down, scrolling, zooming in and out. Now, so we do have that. And just remember, when you go to use the laser cutter, you have to set this thing up so it's all in inches and make it the size of the material we're cutting. But you've done that all one time or another, because you're cutting out this acrylic with the laser cutter, among other things with the laser cutter. All right. Side menu on it, it's kind of what you would expect. This is drawing rectangles, cubes, circles, stars, spider graphs. I don't really use it a lot. Now, one thing on a rectangle, this is considered an object. In Inkscape, you have paths. Those are considered objects. Rectangles are objects, circles, etc. We're going to come out in difference. But there's fill and stroke on this, and this is a big deal on this. This outside of this, the stroke on this one, is what we tell the laser cutter to cut with. Fill is for engraving. We don't really worry so much about that. So fill versus stroke. Something else, so you can go under object, select fill and stroke on that rectangle. Here's that rectangle. You'll see that green in this, that's the stroke, the blue inside's the fill. With our laser cutter, you want to be 0.001. We use hairline settings in CorelDRAW. And you can add an object like that. So one thing, so when we have our fill and stroke object, the fill will set to X most of the time. Stroke paint, we will change it to, we'll change the stroke paint to say RGB, and when we do, we'll make it red, 255 up here, and the stroke style will be 0.001. There's ellipse, spiral, stars. Don't even worry about that. We don't really use that whole much. Moving, scaling, rotate, pretty much what you're used to. And don't worry if you don't quite get it all. We're going to do this in the lab as well. All right, and you can use it now. Let me go over here. We're going to go ahead. When you come back next, we'll start back up here. We'll make sure Tom will go through this, because by then you'll start up here with the creating shapes. He'll do a quick review. you all do these things together on this. I hope that makes sense. Okay? And he'll walk you through it because everybody doesn't have Inkscape on their computer right now. So we've downloaded it. I really want you to take some time that we're going to start installing, but let me just show you some of the things you're also going to do with it. We can then clone things. So you can see how this whole big object is? Change the Inkscape key here, and they all change. That's called parametric design. All right? And it's really powerful. Say, and I'll give you an example when that would work. That's called slot fit. We push things into each other. So Mr. Dubik says, come on, just use the laser cutter. We're going to make our own set of Legos or Tinker Toys. These are all similar shape. They all slot together. We can make something bigger out of them. We change that, and we make it for cardboard. So this slot is 0.13. Because see that little circle slot would slide into this part? But later on we say, oh no, we want to do this with plywood, and it's 0.25. That means I'd have to redraw every one of these. Not so much. Because we're going to teach you parametric design, you can make this 0.25 and everything will reflect the new change and work. All right? Now, at 7:50, I'm going to show you Liam's. We're going to have this right now. The time we have right now, if you're a Windows person, go ahead and install Inkscape. If you're a Mac, make sure you've downloaded this other one because we really want you to have this installed when you come back on Wednesday. We can't take the whole class and wait for you to install it because you waited to install it. So please, talk to a family member. If you're a Mac user, get Xcorts down. You may have to reset it back up. Then install Inkscape for Mac. Give it plenty of time to set up. Please, please, please install it before you come back here. Any questions about that? So, Tom the Toy is going to come in. We're going to show you how to use Inkscape to get it ready to use a laser cutter in terms of drawing things out, flipping them around, making a laser, and then we'll get into using them with a laser cutter so you tie them with our equipment. We're shooting for, and then seeing where you get on that Wednesday. The following week sometime there, we'll be moving towards using a Raspberry Pi. But I really want you all to be able to use Inkscape because both the vinyl cutter, the laser cutter, the CNC machines, all can use vector graphics. So you could draw something home, have it in vector graphics, and be able to make a sticker out of it, be able to cut it out of a laser cutter, or cut it out of a 4x8 sheet of plywood. Okay. I just installed Inkscape. Good job, Aiden. 5 minutes. Good. All right. Great. Okay. I can't miss a video at least. All right. Now. I just installed. Good, Aiden. 5 minutes. Okay. So now, okay. Now, here's what. No. No, you're downloading Inkscape to your computer you're using right now. We're not using Inkscape on Raspberry Pi. We're just going to use this now on this machine. Then later, when we have webinars, you're going to have your computer running as well as your Raspberry Pi to follow along. Okay? I don't know, Kevin, what you're doing there other than typing. Okay. Now, let's go back up here and let's see what Liam's done. Liam, let me get this. I'm going to share this link with it. Let me copy this. Bear with me 1 second. How might help you have audio here? Let me see. Maybe not. Maybe not. Let's go ahead and run it. So there's the temperature, there's the humidity, there's the pressure. And this is all running, Liam, this is all running off your Raspberry Pi, right? There is no sound, but he's just showing us right off to that. But you did, Liam. Yeah. All right, Liam, I'm going to turn, do you have a mic on, Liam, so we can talk to everybody on this? Where are you right here? I don't know if we can get you to unmute or not, but let's go back. Well, Liam's mic isn't working, or I would go ahead and put his mic on here. Now, my mouse isn't working great. Let me see. Let me get you. Liam?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. So,
okay.
So the left here, I assume, is temperature. Let's back this up.
It goes to temperature, humidity, and pressure.
Let's run right through here. And how hard was it to set up on your Pi?
I mean, it wasn't too hard because you're just going through the settings, and you're just importing like the SenseHat API and the initial state API, and then you're just putting in a token. So, and then all the sources on the GitHub, and it shows a tutorial on how to create a key.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, folks, what Liam's talking about is APIs, a way for a programmer to hook into one other programmer's project. Don't worry, we'll show you some stuff. Might seem a little bit challenging, but it really isn't. I'll get you. You would agree with that, wouldn't you, Liam?
Yeah.
Backing it up. So, just wanted you all to see that. The Raspberry Pi hat, well, that's showing up here. I'll show you real quick. Just remind everybody that's going to be Raspberry Pi Sense hat. Looks like this. Remember, we just looks like this thing right here. You have it now. But it's a sensor that has for measuring those very things he's talking about. So you can make a weather unit out of it. All right. It is working. Okay, great. So what we'll do is then we're going to stop it here. But I don't want everybody to see that. And I'm going to go ahead and mute you there, Liam.
Okay.
Thank you, man. Good job. We'll put that up later somewhere else too. I'll get that stored on upload it. It's okay with you. I'm going to upload it to our webinar video so people can see what you got, what you did. But all right, let's go ahead. About that time, I promised I would always try to do as best I can. Let's go ahead and a couple more quick polls. Always important for me is, did you come to the poll last time? All right, don't remember? No? Well, at least you came this time, so we're pleased about that. Keep coming to the polls. All right, I'm going to close the poll. Share results, always do. 2/3 of you did. Greg, 22 said no. We got to improve that. And the third said, hey, I don't remember. It was a while back. So, all right. Let's go with this. How much of you, how many people like the lab? Okay. Whoever voted I didn't like the last lab really would like to know why. So what we're expecting, we want to make sure we're all on the same page, is this what you had in mind, or you were looking for something different, or what? So some feedback would really be appreciated. I really do take a lot of what students say very seriously. Now, we may agree to disagree on that, but I'd appreciate it if you talk to me about it. All right? Okay. Share the results. 88% liked it. 13% did not like the last one. All right. And then, as always, how'd you do with the webinar today? Last thing, and then we're going to go. And then we're going to call it a day here. Okay, just need one more vote here, please. Is the boat running out of time? All right, well, apparently someone's gotten off that was still saying, so we're going to say close the poll, share results. 57 liked it, and 47 said it was okay. At least no one said it was terrible, so we'll take that. We'll keep working on it. It was felt a little disjointed, a little bit jumping around there to go from the Inkscape over, but look forward to it. You'll have Tom the Toy coming up. All right, so you all have a great day. I'm going to stop recording everything, and you all take care. All right? Bye-bye, everyone. 101 answered the question. Well, that's pretty wild. I don't know how we did that until someone came up. Okay, let's go ahead. Have a good one, guys. Take care.